Good morning, everyone. It is August the 8th, Saturday. I'm back in the beautiful old town of Halifax, Virginia. Boy, the lighting's really bad in this room this morning. In Halifax, Virginia, in Bannister Tavern. Trying to finish off a room today. It's humid, but not quite as hot today. I'm still in the later edition of the house. Been down here for about an hour or so. There was a wall that was erected probably in the 1900s, 1920s, 1940s, maybe something like that. They used some nice old lumber here, but put up beadboard and created two closets. Again, as we've said before, as any of you guys know, these old houses have absolutely no storage space in them whatsoever. So somebody created a couple of closets, and I've got most of my beadboard down. That chimney is loaded with bats. Loaded with bats. So I kept trying to tell myself they're chimney swifts to make me more at ease, but it's not, it's bats. So anyway, I want to show you real quick. This is the last little bit of plaster on the walls in this room, but I don't know if I've done this. I want to show you. I mean, that is why somebody put sheetrock up. This stuff did not key at all when they put it up. And it's a much different color than the plaster in the older part of the house. The older part of the house has a lot of yellow sand, and this has more white sand and more lime in it than anything else. But you can see it did not key. If you look at the lathing, very little of it went through. Now there is water damage here. You can see the mold. That's why the mask. But I just wanted to show you this room is so different than the older part of the house. I mean, it was well keyed up here. I think you can see this would have been an exterior wall we're facing. This was the end of the house at one time, but you can see how beautiful that's keyed. Here's some repair work right here. You can see the different color in the mortar. Which brings me back to my suspicion that there was a chimney here. Just because this has been all reworked. Even up here, I think you can see that. I don't think that would pass code today. Matter of fact, nothing in this house would pass code today. So, neat house. Sorry, I just got plaster in my mouth. But really neat old house. A lot of neat little stories. The area above the door, which would have been an exterior door, would have taken you outside. Again, I'm speculating that could have been the front of the house, and back here, which is now the front, would have been the back. I'm not certain of that yet. It's just my speculation. No window, no trim work, and you can see that it goes straight into the attic of that little bitty small addition that was put on the back in the 1920s or 30s or so to give the homeowners a little more space, living space here. So I'm still not certain, based on the way all of this was boxed in to create this much smaller door, if this was the actual height of the door or if there was a transom up there at one time. I'm just not certain. Ton of rot over here. We already know that this side of the house is what's taken tons of water over the last 15, 20 years probably. And just look at how thick those lumbers, that beam is, that cut of lumber right there. And I'm assuming the other side will be the same. You got a lateral brace here, lateral brace over here. None on this end of the house that was added. I was surprised to find these. So anyway, I'll do some photos as I go along today. My intentions are to take down some of this wall and not stir the bats up too bad and have them flying around in here. We'll talk with you soon. My little boy is crawling and fast, really fast. I cannot wait for this to be his home. I can't wait to see him crawling around on these beautiful heart pine floors that will be refinished. So those of you that think he'll be crawling around on dirty floors, that's not the case. So anyway, I'm looking forward to this being my home once it's relocated and updated, and seeing a little young toddler running around this house. So it'd be fun to bring life back to this house and put a loving family back in it again after all these years. All right, guys, I'll update you soon. Thanks.